So in for repair today we have a John Deere 6600 just to follow on from it. We also have a 3350 in. Mick is in at a forklift once again. Kev came in with a new conveyor on Harrow, but it's not for us. And yeah, look, we'll catch up with the lads as they go around their daily duties. First of all, I want to draw attention to a couple of tractor runs which has taken place. So we have this up and down the mountain, a track and truck, motorbike and vintage car fund which takes place on Sunday the 7th of April. So the use of the tractor run is in aid of Mayo Autism Camp and Park and Criminal Area Development Association. So they'll have a free mini pedal power tractor parade for children at 11:30 and auction on the day as well. So get your entries into that one there. Yeah, it's definitely a well worth cause. We also have another one here which is more of a local one. This is the Wilkinstown tractor run for Wilkinstown Mockra, and all proceeds go to Embrace Farm, helping families who have experienced tragedy and loss on farms across Ireland. So all vehicles welcome, entry fee, any donation, takes place Saturday the 20th of April at 5 p.m. and the location is in Wilkinstown. So all the details are there. We also have another one there that came through, an email that came into us. I'll read it out because it's probably the only way to describe it. It's actually a move for Michael. So Michael is a second-year student in St Brendan's Community School, and last summer Michael was involved in a serious farming accident which resulted in the loss of his leg. Michael, we need the help of a prosthetic limb to regain his ability to walk. As he grows into adulthood, the prosthesis will need to be replaced regularly. So the Move for Michael is a day-long event to be held in early May 2024. The students of St Brendan's Community School, along with their teachers, will get out into the local communities and walk and run to raise funds for Michael. So if you want to donate, we'll drop the link below. You can donate to Michael, and that will make a difference to his life. And that the tutors are Miss O'Hara and Miss Grant, and again they're taking part, and it's a Move for Michael. So absolutely, we've donated to it here. So if you have a few extra pound, and I know the farming community are always very good in donations and any of these causes there, just give them a hand and get a few pound, just raise a bit of funds for them. So that's a Move for Michael. So first of all, we'll head over to Mick. Just in here with Mick with the 6600, and we're trying to tidy up a few last bits on it now. One most annoying thing on it was
one of the steering wheel.
Yeah, so we got into it the other day. It lock up in position not on the walking position, but when
we're getting out
exactly. But when you want to bring it down, there is no actually adjustment on it. Now, what generally would happen is these what are they called, Mick? Probably a steering ram adjuster.
Steering angle ram adjuster.
Yeah.
It's like a door gas stroke, but this one has a lock and there's a pin there. And when you pull the lever, you press that and you set it to your position, and it'll hold that. When you release the lever, it holds that position. Well,
then
this one doesn't.
Is there a rack and ping, and how does it actually stop in the different positions?
When you release that.
Yeah.
When you release it. Now that's closed in a minute. I don't want to touch that because it just makes it awkward for me getting around.
Bit of a job to take it on, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of stripping.
Buried in. You can just about see it there at the moment. I'll be a little bit further on shortly. Oh, someone's been in here before.
Oh God, look at that.
And when you pull that up, you're pressing that little pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but normally that's not being sprung back down, it's just falling back down. But you have to bait them out. Is there circuits in them? I'll have a look in a minute.
That should be spring loaded, shouldn't it? Well, it should
should
be on it.
When you pull that lever there, you're pushing on that. But I have to get all this off to get at it. And I'm just tight on plugs and everything at the minute.
The dash looks good enough, in fairness.
The cleanest one here.
Is it?
I think so, of all the ones, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no broken panel, all the side panels, normally they're busted, you know, where they're held up here and that. It's been patched on one of them, and someone did, in fairness, a fairly tasty repair.
Yep.
On it. But she's clean.
Okay, we'll let you walk away on that anyway. You have a bit of stripping to do, yeah, innit?
Bit of head scratching.
Okay.
Just remember where cables go afterwards.
So we have our steering column ram out, Mick, now.
That's free, which it shouldn't be. But someone's been...
Modification here,
I can't, well, we'll do a bit of figuring out. They may have extended the pin or something.
And put a spring in as well. Was that just to really, just...
I don't know, the cap has gone off that, see that part there? Now
Yeah.
whether the lever for hitting that is gone, I'll probably end up having to knock it over. There is a little bit of movement on that, but it should only be that much. When you press down a bit further,
Then that shoots out.
that'll fly out. Will we try it? I'll probably suffer for this now, but I'm pushing against that. See it coming out there.
Yeah. You have to get that back in there, mate.
There actually wasn't too bad there. Oh, you pup. Yeah. Well, I'll have to get muscles.
Yeah, so that's what it should do. Or this one, as you can see, the pin is completely just hanging there.
Yeah. Remains of a spring. I'm clear to the tip of that now. Where do we see how that goes? I think that's out fully now. See, if you set it, screw that hand too far,
Yeah.
it'd be the same as having the lever pulled up. You've got to set that. That's why I said to the mark on the old thread, but the rod is...
Is it the same rod? It
The
looks
body is a fraction longer. I'd say it should be all right. Well, I can put this in without building the whole up and testing it.
Test it first.
And we'll see then where we're at.
Okay, we'll leave you at so. So
Well,
Mick
yeah.
has replaced the steering column ram, and this is the way it should operate. It should up and down it, and any position you want to be, it should be. So that is a good job. We also put a new seat into it. The seat wasn't in great shape, and yeah, just one new seat. So now, lovely and comfy. I think I'll do this on myself. A few small jobs on the hitch here as well. That's probably one thing that we always check when we get a tractor into the yard, is the condition of the hitch. And as you can see, this one, there is some amount of play in it. So we have a pin in the bar going right through the hitch, and look at that, it's not even the same size as what should be in it. Someone has just obviously put a smaller pin into it to get going, but that leaves a serious amount of play over and back on the hitch, which is really not what you want. Also on the hitch there, we have these two locators for when the hitch is in. These pins drop down. They should be spring loaded, so that as the hitch comes in, they automatically pop in themselves. It's a fairly common problem on the John Deere's that maybe water goes in and the spring just gets so weak in it, but that should be bolted down. Thought was welded there for the minute, but it hasn't been. This one probably is in it. There's greases on them as well. A little bit of spring in that one, but that should automatically return. So as the hitch comes in, it'll just slot into there on its own, but that's not happening. So that's another job to do now. We'll also have to check here these pins where the hitch is located. As you can see, I can see here that you have a good bit of wear here on the pin that slots down into the pickup hitch. So we'll have to build that up. That's before we slot it out to see what the rest of it is. Just to take the hitch off is probably the handiest thing. Take the pins out. There is two pipes then for the pushing the telescopic in and out. We'll take them out, drop the hitch down, bring it over to Dave on the bench, and see can we either bush them in and put a new pin in at the back, and then possibly we'll have to get a new pickup hitch for it because it seems to have a good bit of wear on it. But again, fairly critical now just to keep that right. We have the pickup hitch out of the tractor there now. This is the shaft that was holding it together. You know what that is, don't you?
I do. It's a drive shaft. And what my comment was, it did the job.
It was driving.
Well, it was working. But yeah, drive shaft, yeah. Probably a bit of hardened steel in it. So they said, that'll do, perfect. And
Stick
stuck
it in.
into it.
So yeah, look, while it probably would have done the job, still very dangerous to have this much play
yeah.
rattling around in the back of the hitch.
Yeah.
Straight up and down was probably... Now, judging that, we still might have a bit of play on the holes there, wouldn't we?
We're gonna have a bit on it. The age of child probably done a bit of towing. So
Yeah.
going by the wear that's up here as well. There's plenty of wear in that hitch, you know. But we'll get her back safe anyway.
So this is a bit of, I think that's 28 mil shaft.
Yeah.
Now, while it's not
perfect. Now we might get
go
away
away
with
with 30,
we might
yeah.
get away with a 30. We'll have a look for some there and see
we might have to
what we have.
machine it down a bit.
Yeah.
But
We'll have to
It
check.
may do.
We'll
May
have,
do.
yeah, we'll have to check the eyes on that on the outside as well. Make sure there's not too much play in them. Just that if there is, we might even have a look at pushing them up if you want to get it nice and tight, you know. But,
Yeah, no, you can get all these refurbed if you wanted. Just
Oh yeah.
send you places that will do them. Again, the hitches, as you can see, with a bit of wear here on the front of it, which we had explained earlier, and we're going to have to look at those.
Yeah. So the hooks basically go in under there, so there's wear here as well. You'll feel that, so it's important to keep them right then.
And if you look at here on this pin, you can see it's slightly raised.
Yeah, it's just off. So in other words, that's from just lift arms,
Maybe
not adjusted 100%
or just
right.
one lifting it sometimes.
Sometimes only one lifting it. What I'll do is just put too much strain on this with a heavy load if they're picking up full trailers or whatever. But I think today, oh no, it's the 6.6. Yeah, that would be quite a bit going on the straw chopper speeder or something like that. So yeah, it'll be hitched on most of the time, so it's important to keep it right.
Another thing to check is your cross shaft to see what condition it is. Well, Shawnee, what do you think of that cross shaft?
That's fair bad now, Paul.
Huh?
Someone obviously didn't like the grease gun.
No, well, the grease nipple is there, so it's fairly prominent. But so, what generally, Sean, do we replace in the cross shaft?
Well, as you've seen in the 7820 that we did, bushings on the inside.
So we've a set of
So you
bushings.
set bushings inside, and they go in with what?
2 or 3 inches.
2 or 3 inches, about that, and then they go to
Yeah.
scotters to do, and you have teeth as well on the shaft and on your
On your spline,
and over time they will wear, but
yeah, we've seen a lot of these on the bigger tractors, even in the 7.8s.
Yeah.
It was actually the weight of the arm themselves, because they're
They
quite
do push
heavy.
against it. It won't let the arm
that
down.
they can cause. Look, we'll just take them off. Generally, looking at that there now, that is. I don't think I've ever seen one. This one is even worse. So I say we have definitely splines gone.
yeah.
It's probably looking.
Well, you
like
won't know now until you take it off and
Right,
inspect
okay.
it.
We won't panic yet.
No, don't panic yet.
Okay, Sean. You're looking very comfortable in there, Sean.
Well, it's nearly like a new tractor, Paul.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? That's some job.
Near go to stone with this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, John B done this. This is really down John B style, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of vintage.
Old
Yeah,
school.
3350. We had some padding left over from, it's actually padding we got for the 3650s, but it was the wrong colour. It's a darker colour that's in the 33. And one of the lads, Shawnee, was on the direction, and he gave him a hand just to put the padding back in, and as you can see here, has done a great job. Now we've used the clips, so we've mixed and matched a little bit, used the button clips to keep the roof up. The roof wasn't just overly bad. Again, all we're missing now is a piece for the sunroof, which we can get anyway, that's not a big deal. But yeah, it's amazing like what it does, a bit of padding tidies it up to no
Small
end.
bits light lift the tractor, so
Yeah, doesn't it?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, savage job.
I say you could sit in it there, you're happy
It's
enough.
saying it all day now.
Huh? He's saying it all day. I don't know about that now. Just working on the electrics on the forklift. An issue with this one where it would start and it wouldn't start. Intermittent problem going on. And again, we didn't know what the problem was, so it was probably heading maybe towards the starter.
I had the dash half stripped out, and the guys from BK came and they said, no, that's starter. Remember?
Yeah.
So we put a new starter into it. And it was okay for a while. That's the strange thing about it. But it started acting to go out again there, and then in the end, I finally got the dash off this morning, and there's another piece of it there. This is the ignition switch. That's our signal power supply to the switch. And when I had 13 volts there, and when I turned it on, I had nothing. Now I'd been pulling at this, but when I traced the supply back along, happy days. There's our red there, which is black now. It's a joint on it. Sorry, this one here. You can see it there. That's a bad connection on the joint. It's been heating up and it's melted away. So nice when you find something like that.
And would it be just through age, Mick, that you know the constant?
It's a bad connection. You get
connection.
heat in the connection. The heat, because you can see it on another block there.
Yeah.
That was right beside it. Can you see that, Carl? That connection was right beside it, and obviously it melted into that as well. But that looks okay. I can meter that afterwards anyway. But we'll chop that out of it, tidy it up, and then we'll test again.
Yeah. Okay. The good old reliable 7710 has sprung a small bit of a leak, nothing major. We actually seen a little bit of evidence here on the window. So there is a small bit of oil obviously blowing from the fan somewhere.
Yeah.
Sean, you have pinpointed it down.
Well, timing cover, blew it all down now. It was a straight, so it's because the fan had blew it all over the panel and everything. Cleaned it down, brake cleaner, nailing, and timing cover gasket. It has sprung a leak.
Okay.
Cracked or broke. So
we'll get a gasket first before we'll actually just take it off. We'll take it off anyway just to see what it is. But if you run your finger just slightly down there,
now you can get a feel blade in between it as well. So
you can see a bit of oil, and that is just, again, the fan is just blew it down the length. We took off the cover. You can't see with the cover on it, but you can see on the wind, and that's what probably drew our attention to it first.
Yeah.
So we need to get that down and get that off anyway, and see whether it's gasket or something different anyway. All right, we'll leave you with that. Yeah. Into the workshop today, we have a conveyor and 3-metre harrow. Now, don't get excited, we didn't buy it. Kev has just brought it in, but I have to say, it's a nice little harrow, Kev.
Nice little harrow, yeah. We still sell a good few of them. Like you were just saying there a while ago, like you used to have 3 metres a good while ago, but still very popular. Like, a lot of lads probably with smaller, when I say smaller tractors, that's a 250 horsepower gearbox. So I suppose.
Yeah, most of the tractors now
are well able for it, but like a lot of lads still run 3 metre outfits.
Right.
So there is, there's still plenty of them. Like I don't know, 6 metre ones only the double really of the money. You've a 350 horsepower gearbox, still the same crumbler, still the same level and bars.
So does it come with a different? That's a what's that?
That's a 575 crumbler.
Is it?
Yeah.
570.
Yeah,
right.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the back of it here, then we have just
our
leveling board.
Leveling board. Yeah. Some lads don't use them at all. Some lads do. Just depends on the job you want to do. Let's say. That's how you set your height. So you set your height obviously on your packer roller. Let's say, and same with any of them. And you just set them as easy. Say, just pull out that pin and stick it into whatever one you want. 1000 speed gearbox. Oil-filled bath.
You could run something on the
back.
Yeah,
well, that's why I just brought that here. I want to pull that down and I want to put an A-frame on it. The guy that's buying it is probably going to put a sower on it, so just put an A-frame on it, and then he'll put his pulley on it for his for the belt for running the fan.
You're not leaving it here for a demonstration?
No, afraid not. No, I'm just using and abusing your facility, so I am.
Hey, just come into the workshop here, thinking it's his own here. Go ahead. But you have to say, the conveyor now, we have a 6-metre one ourselves, and they're a good harrow, nothing wrong with them at all. Look at it, I mean, it's probably, it looks small now.
It looks small, that's the thing.
But years ago, that was a big harrow.
Yeah, I'd say that, yeah. But still, it's very, very popular. Like, some lads will still be on, well, very rarely 2.5, but 3 is probably, but you see, I was only seeing that to Darren compared to your 4-metre Lemken there. Like, it looks nothing, but it's what you get used to, I suppose, yeah.
Right, okay. All you're putting on, the quick attachment on the front of the telescope is a great job there.
Oh, it's a savage job, yeah.
That's
even for pulling things out like that, or lifting it straight off the trailer was a great job.
Yeah.
And then you have the toe and eye in the middle as well. But we've one in mid-loud as well, and for just so safe for lifting things off, even ploughs or anything. The only is you tend to probably use them for too much, but they're certified for 3.5 ton.
Okay.
Then, because I know you got that off me, but it's so like you're fully safe. Great tool, like super tool.
Yeah.
But even for putting things into the sheds, you can pack them in like, and you can swing around. Yeah.
Right, Kev, you better get that.
And you get out of here. Get out of the store.
Away here.
Shed.
In last week's video, we would have asked the age of the Deere forklift afterwards. There's nothing you're looking now, Marco, as it was.
Yeah, just a little bit covered with muck.
Yeah, and we had a little giveaway. We have Finnegan's hat there. Winner was, who was the winner? Who was the first one in with the correct answer?
Michael Watson.
Michael Watson. There you go. So Michael, you're the proud owner now of Finnegan's hat. Just keep your head warm. Actually, Marco, you could do one in your head there too, couldn't you? So well done, Michael.
It's warming up.
2004 was the correct answer. So just text on your address to either Facebook or Instagram, Michael, and we'll get that down to you. So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel there. Just keep it moving along. And from everyone here at Finnegan's Farm, we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.